Hello and welcome to English Learning Hub. Today, we are going to find out the answer to this question, what's my English listening level? Therefore, we've created a general listening test to help you find out your English listening level. Here is how it works. This test consists of 24 questions divided into 6 parts, which will measure your English listening comprehension. Depending on how many questions you get right, you'll get a score that will indicate your listening level. A1 and A2. Elementary or beginner. B1 and B2. If you're an intermediate or upper intermediate learner. C1 if you're advanced. And C2 if you're a native or have mastery. Even if you're not an advanced English learner yet, we think you should go through the end of the test to improve your listening skills. Before we get started, grab a pen and paper or find a way to keep track of your score. If you don't do this, you won't know your listening level at the end of the video. When you're done, be sure to share your score in the comments below. Are you ready? Let's get started. Part 1. Listen to 4 conversations and answer the questions.
Not another celebrity magazine, Nancy. Why do you buy them?
I like reading about famous people. Have you ever met anyone famous, Tom?
No, I don't think so. Oh, I saw the TV announcer, Shirley something. I can't remember her name. She was at the post office, and I spoke to the actor from the James Bond movies at the theater where I worked.
Oh, right.
Hi, Michael.
Stephanie, I need your help. I want to take Liz out for a meal, but I'm not sure where to go.
Have you tried that Chinese restaurant on Main Street? I went there last week. The food was really good and it wasn't expensive.
I don't really like Chinese food. What's that new Greek restaurant like? I've never eaten Greek food.
I don't know, sorry.
Vanessa, what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some paint. Jamie wants to decorate the living room.
But you've decorated it once this year.
We painted the bedroom last month, but not the living room. Anyway, why are you here, Adam?
I need to get some wood to make shelves for the kitchen.
Have you ever been to Italy, Sarah?
Yes, my dad's parents were Italian, and we visited them every year when I was a child.
What's Naples like?
Oh, that's in the south. I've only been to the south once. My grandparents lived in Milan, in the north. I'd like to go back to the south, though.
Let's go together. We can get a car and drive around.
Choose the correct option. Part 2. Listen to a university teacher giving instructions for an assignment.
I want to explain a few things about your essay. First of all, the deadline. The deadline for this essay is September the 17th. Not the 18th, not the 27th, not 2 days later because your dog was ill or your computer broke, the 17th. If it's late, I won't mark it. I won't even read it. You'll fail the assignment. So, please hand it in on time. You can even hand it in early if you like. You can email me the essays at s.hamilton@yahoo.com. I'll reply to say I've got it. If I don't reply within a day, it might mean I didn't get it, so please email me again to make sure. You can also bring a paper copy of the essay to my office, but let's be kind to the trees, okay? Email is better for the trees and for me. Don't forget that you must reference every idea or quote you use that isn't your own idea. And the last page of your essay should be a list of all the books you used, in alphabetical order, not in the order you used them. And lastly, make it easy for me to read. That means use a clear font. Times New Roman is best, but Arial is fine too. Not Comic Sans, please. Size 12 font for the essay, and size 14 for the titles and subheadings. And use page numbers. Any questions?
Part 3. Listen to a conversation and answer the questions. I'm sorry, but this is completely unacceptable. I demand a refund.
Ma'am, I'm sorry about the situation, but this is not our responsibility.
I used it once and it's destroyed.
Yes, ma'am, because you didn't follow the cleaning instructions. If you had read the instructions, this wouldn't have happened.
Well, it's ridiculous. Who reads instructions anyway?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but we can't help you.
Choose the correct option. Part 4. Listen to a conversation and answer the questions.
Do you think Alex could have forgotten? He can't have, can he?
Look, I'm sure he'll be here. Have you tried calling him?
Yes, of course, but I can't get through.
What does it say?
Just unavailable or something. What are we going to do? I know I should have reminded him. He's so ditzy. It's just like him to do something like this.
Let's not jump to conclusions. I'll try him from the landline.
Choose the correct option. Part 5. Listen to a conversation about birthday parties between three friends and complete the sentences.
The Big 4-0, Jessica.
Oh, it's your 40th.
Are you planning a party?
Nah, I never celebrate birthdays. I don't see why this one should be any different.
Why not?
First, you know me, I can't be bothered with the hassle. It's my birthday, but I'm supposed to do all the hard work, contacting people, finding a venue, organizing food, worrying who will show up. No, thanks.
Ah, someone's angling for a surprise party, Amanda?
Mark, stop. Even worse. Having to pretend to be delighted 50 people just sprang up in your living room when you thought you were coming home to put your feet up. Probably having a heart attack at the shock.
Note to self, never to organize you a surprise party. Okay then.
You've got to do something though, Jessica. It's your 40th.
Why? What's so great about getting old?
Still being here to have your birthday?
Yeah, aging is better than the alternative, as they say.
Yeah, and it's true, so why not celebrate?
You guys can have parties for your 40th if you like. I just don't go in for that kind of self-indulgent attention seeking.
Wow, that's a bit harsh. I had a huge bash for my 30th, and you came, and enjoyed yourself if I recall. Are you trying to say I was just doing it for attention?
Not exactly, but, well, at least a small part of you must have been.
Remind me not to invite you to my 40th then, so you won't have to put up with my huge ego while I feed you and provide free drinks all night because I thought we were friends.
I meant, not all attention seeking is bad. It's just not my style at all.
Whereas it is mine?
Anyway.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said celebrating birthdays is self-indulgent and...
Guys, who knew birthdays was such a touchy subject? Speaking of which, I have to sort out my 9-year-old's party the weekend after next.
Now, that's a party I'd love to organize.
Really? It's a nightmare. It's not like when we were kids. Now you have to take them all rock climbing or hire a makeup artist to come and teach them how to look like a zombie or a film star. And there'd be trouble if someone else in school had the same kind of party and your kid gets accused of copying. That fear you said about no one turning up? It's a million times worse when you're scared your kid is going to have no one turn up.
Is there that much pressure?
Yeah, it's crazy. Last year, I got it right with a cinema trip. Simple, but always a winner. But we can't do the same thing again apparently. It says it in my official laws for 9-year-olds book.
That's a pity. I've got so many fond memories of birthday parties as a kid. Party food and games and watching cartoons until your parents arrived.
Trust me, your parents were stressing out.
At the risk of restarting the argument, when do you think you stopped enjoying birthdays then?
I dunno really, somewhere around moving away from home, getting a job, and being a grown-up. I don't mean birthdays are immature. I mean, it takes a while to make new friends, and so birthdays just become more low-key, and it's drinking with a couple of friends or dinner or something. And I just got out of the habit, I guess. Maybe I just need to have a kid-style party like we used to have. Play musical chairs and eat pineapple and cheese on sticks and all that.
Very retro. I bet people would love that.
You've got me thinking, it's not a terrible idea. Maybe I will have a party this year.
Choose the correct option. Part 6. Listen to a marketing expert talking about advertising and complete the sentences.
Well, I'm delighted to say that for today's business block, our marketing expert Melissa has joined us here in the studio. Thanks for coming in, Melissa.
It's a real pleasure.
Now, we all know that advertising is big business these days, but just why is advertising so important for a company?
Well, obviously it's crucial when a company's launching a new product or service onto the market to inform people about it. Then, there's also the fact that it increases sales. And it does that through the increased interest in the product that it sparks. So, that helps to maximize profits, of course.
Okay, but when you say product, do you mean things like washing machines, cars, TVs, and so on?
Oh no, it could be a service that we're talking about, but the same rules apply, really. You know, insurance, banking, healthcare, education, and of course there are also events like festivals or exhibitions. The word needs to get out there, otherwise nobody will go for that service.
Interesting. So how easy or difficult is it to come up with a really effective ad?
I'd say it's not easy at all, actually. The way I see it, advertising is a mixture of art, science, and a profession. Art in that it takes real creative skills, science in that it takes systematic and scientific planning, and profession in that it's done by professional agencies who follow certain codes of business behavior.
Okay, so there's a lot to think about, in other words.
Exactly, but I'd say the main ingredient is the creative thinking behind an ad. And for an ad to be a success, there are a few basic aspects that it needs.
And they are?
Well, the ad has to be innovative, not some kind of copy or something that's gone before. It has to be imaginative, of course, and it has to have an appeal to the public. These things make an ad go viral, become really popular really quickly.
I see. Finally, as we're nearly out of time, what can you tell us about the importance of targeting in advertising?
Well, advertising is target-oriented in nature. That simply means targeting somebody's attention to one specific thing at any one time. And in the context of advertising, it means focusing on only a specific group or class of consumers. You often see it with cars, for example, where a luxury car maker designs and targets its premium cars to suit the comforts, needs, expectations, and demands of a rich elite class of customer. Advertising is effective only if it is focused or target-oriented.
Right. Melissa, thanks so much for talking to us here today. That was very informative.
No problem. See you for the next business block.
Choose the correct option. Well done for making it all the way through. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, depending on the number of correct answers you got, your listening comprehension can be partially described. If you got anything from 1 to 5 answers correct, your level is A1. Your level is most likely A2 if you got between 6 to 10 answers correct. With 11 to 15 correct answers, your level is B1. With 16 to 19 correct answers, your level is B2. With 20 to 22 correct answers, your level is C1. If you got 23 or 24 answers right, your level is C2. Keep in mind that we have only tested your listening comprehension, and this test doesn't define your overall English level. Don't forget to write down your score in the comments below. We highly recommend you to take our listening tests designed for all levels to improve your listening skills. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe because more valuable content is on the way. See you in the next videos.